This is Dr. Kiran, and in today's Books to Boardrooms with Dr. Kiran, we have Ms. Yasmin. She's an entrepreneur. She's the CEO and founder of Y. Welcome, Yasmin.
Thank you for having me today.
Yasmin, can you just give a little background about why design?
I've been working in Dubai for the past 9 years in hospitality. I work with big hospitality giants like Gensler, HBA, part of Hotelier, Kempinski. And when pandemic happened, I decided to open Ydesigninterior. So Ydesign is a boutique firm. We started right at the pandemic, so it's been a year now. And we do design and build. So we focus on hospitality, residential, commercial, and yachts.
So you started Y Design,
Of course, yes.
and what was the reason behind you starting, especially during such a pandemic scenario?
When pandemic happened, of course, a lot of people lost their jobs, and I was one of them. Not because I knew there was pressure on the companies, there is a lot of overheads, everyone was kind of trying to reduce. And when it happened, it was you reach to a point and you're like, there is a niche of market that's missing, right? And I thought that's the perfect time to do it because all the clients are looking for shorter time, less budget, right? The budget is reduced, their costs have been reduced. So you want someone that can take over A to Z of a project. And with my partner, Nawaf Interiors, we kind of began Ydesigninterior. So we do collaboration with them and we take projects from design and then it's built. So Ydesign does all the design consultancy and Nawaf Interiors does the build aspect.
So if a client comes to you, you do end to end, starting from designing till the build, and you give a finished product to the consumer.
Full turnkey project,
So,
yes.
so there are other organizations or interior designer companies in UAE. So why you found that, okay, why design got a space? So did you identify any gaps in the market which you felt that you'd be able to fill?
What we felt as a design consultant, we have, different stages that we do the project, right? And maybe different boutique firms work with different contractors, right? So most cases, there's a lot of communication issues, coordinations, timing, budget. So working with one contractor and being one as Ydesign Nawaf, by the time the concept stage is done, we can automatically know how much a project would cost. So that would kind of save time. Most projects become value engineered in Dubai because of the budget. So by that time, we know the client is getting exactly what they want in the right budget, right? And we can automatically jump into build. So we kind of skipping that tender stage, we have that trusted clients that trust us in terms of the quality of work that we are delivering. So the time span of a project is way shorter. And time is money. So it kind of saved clients time, money, and in the end they're getting their dream hotel, residential, whatever space that they are building in the market.
So how long is Y Designs in the market?
Now is our anniversary. It's 1 year. It started a bit difficult, to get clients, etc. But once you have your one client, it kind of becomes, word of mouth. They start recommending you as well. I mean, marketing is super important. We have our social media team that takes over our Instagram and LinkedIn, but as well, for me, it's word of mouth is the number one marketing strategy because it kind of the person has experienced with you and they can recommend you to the next person. So it's not just marketing and then you start working with a designer. It's not what is promised to you, right? So That really helped us. And being in the market for the past 9 years, a lot of hoteliers approach me directly to work with them as consultant or on the projects that they have. So
Okay, so before I come to the promotion part, let me take you through the entrepreneurial journey. The way you spoke right now, that means you have very in-depth knowledge about the industry. So is that one of the reason you thought that I want to start something where my area of expertise is there, or I just want to start a business? So what should be the right way, an budding entrepreneur should think that when they start a business?
I believe in any industry, first, you have to have passion of what you do. That's number one. Everyone works, okay, I worked in firms 8 to 5, but I never worked 8 to 5. In any firm I worked, I was working overtime. If you want to reach somewhere and you want to do something different, you need to work and you need to put that passion into it, right? You want to learn the business. You're not just going in to, get paid and get out, and that's what really helped myself over the experience. I started my first job in Kempinski and I was only like 23. So I took a lot of responsibilities and I was always seeking for more responsibilities. I never wanted to be in my comfort zone. I always push myself to the moment I'm comfortable, I'm like, I need to be uncomfortable. And that's when I move out and try to do anything that scares me, because what scares you makes you, next level. You move to the next step. So having that experience, having that background working, I have worked in procurement, I have worked from FF&E designer, then leading projects. Then you start combining and then being a BD, being a business developer. When you have the wide spectrum to sell yourself, have the talent, and as well have the experience, these three, you are a full package to be an entrepreneur. But as well, in any industry, once you know there is a niche or an opportunity that's missing, that's when you take it.
Can you take us through your entrepreneurial journey, like where it all started, and how you decided that, okay, this is the time that I'm going to start my own venture?
First, I always had a vision and I had a dream, right? And you always focus on that goal to reach where you want to reach. I started being in Dubai when I was 23, right when after I got my master's in Milan, and I started from procurement, working part of the operator. Having that experience, moving then to bigger firms in hospitality, such as HBA, which is like #1 firm in hospitality, and Gensler being equally the giants of hospitality worldwide, you start learning. And I believe having a talent is amazing, is a gift, but having the experience is something you cannot skip. You need to have that experience. And I see a lot in younger designers, they do have the vision, they have the dream, but they cannot skip that couple of years of experience that you need to learn. You need to learn the process, you need to learn from your mentors. And that's what helped me to be where I am today. Having the talent, having that experience, and later working as a business developer to be able to sell and meet clients and present your design and to be able to get business. That's when you have a full package to be an entrepreneur. Of course, you always look in any industry a niche of market that is missing. What is that niche? What is the gap in the market that I need to target? And I thought when the pandemic happened, that was the right time to start the business, because automatically we know in our industry the budgets have been reduced, everyone is restricted, whether it's a residential or hospitality. You then need to be more flexible as a firm, as a young firm, to kind of cater to their needs, but as well be flexible with your pricings and your budgets, and try to cater the right design with the right budget, right? So having a FITA company right by my side, we kind of know the budget side of the project right at the concept stage. It's an early stage of design, and that really helps us at the end. Once we submit the package, we know it's right at the right numbers. So that's our selling point.
Okay.
For sure.
So that's it's always good as an entrepreneur. It's very important you understand a gap in the market. And if I may ask this question, so being working in this market for more than 5-7 years, does it really help you to understand that gap really well? And that's one of the reasons you decided to start by your own?
Honestly, working in different aspects of design from, you start as design consultant, then later on is procurement, then there is BD. Working in different part of design, not only being a designer, but leading a project, how to deal with clients, how to get projects. It's a full spectrum. You cannot just have one. I'm a great designer, but are you able to sell it? Are you able to attract clients? This is all part of your entrepreneur. So right now with Ydesign, I have different hats, right? So I'm clientele, I'm being a business developer. At the same time, I'm being the designer. At the same time, I'm managing a team. So you are a different person in every hour. And you need to manage your time. And that's really important, to be able to manage your time. And it's no longer 8 to 5. You need to have passion to do what you're doing, because it's no longer work. It's part of you now.
So if I may ask, I think, was it a planned move? You did your master's in Milan in interiors. Then you came here and then you worked in every department so that you have an end-to-end knowledge, whether it is designing, procurement, how to get business, how to execute the project. So what's the planned move okay, I do all these things and then I will start my business, or it just happened accidentally?
It was a plan, honestly. Every step over the years, I knew where to work, what to do, which role I want to, and I pushed myself to get that role, because I knew at the end I want to do something different. I'm not a person to be to be working in a corporate firm. That's not me. That's not part of my character. So when the pandemic happened, I knew it was the right moment, even though I was so scared. But I said, I need to try, and I have nothing to lose. I will try the market, and if it works, then great. And if not, then, at least I know I have done my share of, trying to be who I want to be. So thankfully, we've been very blessed, and the market is moving. We are past almost with pandemic, we're trying to move, and that we see the market is really going back to what it used to be. And being in Dubai, honestly, I do not imagine myself being in any other country and starting what I'm starting here. Okay. I feel Dubai has so much opportunity for young people, and there is a lot of platform for younger entrepreneurs to start their own business.
So do you have, I know that you are based in Dubai, and Dubai got a lot of clients. What about Abu Dhabi? Do you have any plans to move into Abu Dhabi and set up a business there?
We do have a couple of projects in Abu Dhabi. Our office is based in Dubai. Our partners are located in Abu Dhabi. So I do travel from Dubai to Abu Dhabi quite often. So we do have, but of course, most of our projects are in Dubai. We are trying to expand to do global projects now. And that's going to be the goal for the next 5 years, to not only focus on the region, but also look at international project as well.
And you have experience working in international market?
Working in my previous firms, yes, I have worked in international projects. So it's a huge jump for us, of course, but I believe it's possible. So
when you started this venture, you must have made some plans. Everybody makes solid plans before they venture. Is there any change in the plans? You need to go back to the drawing board and say that, okay, we need to change something, or is it going as per planned?
Honestly, with the market, it's a bit difficult, of course, with the contracts that we are signing, the agreements. It's a bit difficult because it's a competitive market as well. So we are learning as we go. our payment plans, it's we try to cater to our clients, but as well we need to kind of protect ourselves as well. And this is what we are learning as we go, and it kind of changes with every client and every project. So it really depends on the scale of projects we are working on.
So when you talk about the competition, whenever a new partner comes into the business, or the existing people, they will try to stop them by offering competitive prices, wherein the new business venture will find it difficult. So are you thinking that should I get the business by price, by lower price, or you offer something different to the customer which makes the customer come to you?
Honestly, we know what we are offering. We know the quality of work we are offering, and we don't try to sacrifice our quality over price, right? Of course, we are flexible, but as well, we have our own standard. So if our clients, love working with Ydesign, we are more than happy to work with them, and we're been very flexible with them. So it's been a year, so we try to get the name out there as much as we can and try to work with different operators as well. So competition, we only focus on ourselves. Everyone has their own share and their own speciality in what they're doing. So we are all have our share of projects.
So when you say you identified the gap and you are offering a certain specific service to the market, so can you tell me what exactly is the service, what you offer to the market?
So, I mean, we do design and build. So, of course, it's, we do full on concept, schematic, DD. So, depending on the project, we do design consultancy only, or we do design and build, right? So, we have full, MEP team, procurement. So, it's like full turnkey project that we offer for every project that we do.
So depending on the client need, if they just need designing, you will only do designing. If they want the full execution, you will do the full execution. So that's how you basically done.
Yes.
And what about your plans about? So how do you get more customers? I mean, what is your strategy for acquiring customers?
Marketing, for sure. We do have, so far, honestly speaking, it's been word of mouth. It has not been, we have been recommended from different clients, and this is how we've been working on our projects and getting our projects. But apart from that, I believe now with social media, LinkedIn, magazines, Instagram, it's been a very strong tool for us to as well not only get exposure, but as well get the clients. But I feel the word of mouth is a stronger tool. Of course, being the PR and being in magazines and doing articles, it always supports what we do, and we want people always read and know what the upcoming projects that we are going to have. But word of mouth is the strongest tool.
Okay, that's great. So when you say word of mouth as well as the social media, so can you just tell me a little background about what sort of customers you are targeting? Like, of course, in this market, there are very price conscious customers, and there are customers who really doesn't matter the price, they want an amazing product end of the day.
Yeah.
So what sort of customers is primarily Ydesign is targeting?
We are focused now with hospitality since, I've been working in hospitality for the past 8 years. So most projects that we do is with 5-star hotels. We do big projects in terms of residential, whether it's a villa or a penthouse, but we kind of kept the standard of the kind of project we do accept. We do a lot of restaurants, so it depends on, but it's all under the umbrella of hospitality, So even the high-end restaurants that we do is part of the hospitality team that we work with. So we're working with now 4 different operators currently, and depending on the operator, we're doing different scale of projects.
Oh, so that means it all depends upon the client needs. Depending on the nature of the client, depending on the budget, you fine tune your offering accordingly.
100%.
And do you have any immediate plans to expand to other Middle East countries? Because of course Saudi is a booming or Qatar or any other of the GCC countries? Do you have any plans?
100%. We always like to expand, but as well, we want to first focus on Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and later on focus on the rest of the GCC, as well as global, projects. So it just comes, we take a step at a time, and we'll see how it goes.
How important is to have great partners when you start an entrepreneurial venture?
I think it's really important. You both need to have the same vision, because the moment you're not in the same path, you're driving completely different direction. Chris Dorr and my partner, we knew a couple of years ago, one day we need to do this, and we both had the same vision. And we kind of support each other, right? So whether if clients approach me, he's my backbone in terms of, Noaf Interior supporting us with the execution, and vice versa. There's a lot of clients that approach them and they're looking for designers. So we kind of, supporting one another to deliver the best quality to the client and cater to, different clientele. So it's been very supportive. Sometimes you're like, you need that, support every day to push you to do more. And we've been doing that for the past year, and that's what keeps us going.
Okay, that's interesting. Just want to know one more thing. Like, of course, you are into interior designing and build. Do you think that any other business you will be starting along with it, which go parallel with your existing business model?
Honestly, a couple of years ago, in 2018, I did my bespoke furniture collection at Index. This is something that I would like to expand eventually. So for sure, trying to work in different aspects of design, having furniture incorporated because it's part of what we do every day, and bring in collaboration in terms of materials or furniture that maybe we will do our own bespoke line in the future. For sure.
And what about your, for interior, you need a lot of materials, designs, paintings, lights. So what about your sourcing? I mean, do you source everywhere in the world, or depending, customers say that I want specifically Italian collection or a contemporary collection. So how you manage that?
Of course, it depends what the client wants and needs, but we try to really work with the suppliers in the region as well international. We don't limit ourselves to really focus. We try to help, and it's a pandemic. I try to help as much as I can. When you're in consultancy, you kind of, you might, specify a supplier, but in the end, you don't know if once it goes to the project management and procurement, if they're actually going to get the project. But now that we are full hands-on and we are on top of the procurement as well, so we know that, they will get the project, and we're trying to support other suppliers in the region as well. So it's a hard time for everyone, and as much as we can, we try, they support us and we support them. So we try to do that for sure.
So to wind up, I just want to know what are the key strengths of Ydesigns, and what are the major threats you can see maybe in the coming years for you?
I think the main strength is knowing what us as a client, especially hospitality, we understand the brand immediately. Whichever project we do enter, the moment we do have our kickoff meeting, we understand the brand DNA. And that's the strength that we have, because the moment we do present our concept is exactly what the client is looking for. And that's our strength. There is no back and forth, So we're saving time in terms of understanding what the market is missing and what the market needs and what the client needs to do to, generate revenue. What's missing in Dubai, what's missing in the region. So, and this is all coming from, you need to see the world, you need to travel, you need to go to different places to see what's working, what's not working, Then you are being the niche your client is targeting, because okay, if I go to this restaurant, the vibe is working, but maybe the design is not working. So you start learning, because it's all about experiential design. And I always say, why design? always triggers an emotion. The moment you do walk into our interior, it's an experience. It's no longer, of course, it's a beautiful place, but it's an experience that the client will experience.
That's the value proposition what Ydesign is offering. And just before we close up, can you just give an advice or what's the tips, what you like to give to somebody who want to really start something by themselves? Can you share some thought process which will help them?
If you're scared of anything or if it's that fear to start, just you need to begin doing it. The moment you just put one step, it just comes to you. I feel like most entrepreneurs, I felt the same way. It was a big fear to start Ydesign. And you always, the first thing is that, am I going to fail? But what if you fail? Which entrepreneur has not failed? You need to fail to learn. And I believe once you have that passion and drive, it will automatically works well. So I believe in it. And so far it has happened and I've experienced it. So my advice to any young entrepreneur is to follow your passion and drive.
So even if you're scared, don't stop yourself. Just
That's
take the
when-
first step.
Exactly. That's the moment you will exceed because you are leaving your comfort zone. And that's when you will grow.
Thanks a lot, Yasmin. Thanks for coming. It was wonderful talking to you. And I'm sure the whoever is watching this video will get inspired from what Yasmin has told. And as she told, don't get scared. If you really plan to start something, go ahead, start. Thank you.